Hey everybody, this is George Brasher with Shakedown of Thunder Sports, and you're about to watch the two Irish brothers. Go Irish.
But Waters finds a hole, one man to beat, he's gone. Ricky Waters makes like Tim Brown on his first punt return. There are no penalty flags.
What's up, everyone? I am Sean Moerity.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And we are the two Irish brothers. Now, you guys know the drill. Hit the subscribe tab if you haven't done it yet. Like or dislike the video and give us some love. We really sure would appreciate it. Now, first off, Ben, is it surprising that you and I are actually alive this morning after last night?
Oh, my goodness. What a game. What a game against Duke. Can the real Notre Dame not give us heart attacks? Can Notre Dame just not do that? Can they not do that, please? Like,
I know.
Gosh, like, I don't need that. Like, last night, it was just like whirlwind of emotions. And unfortunately, I didn't get to hit the live stream because of how bad my service was, but I was able to catch the game. And the whirlwind of emotions at the very end of that game was just nuts.
Well, Sam Hartman has a lot of balls, that's for sure. I mean, to pick it up on a QB scramble on 4th and 16 and get the first to keep the drive alive, unbelievable.
Yeah, and he did not like try to slide or anything. He was making sure that he got every yard that he could get in that play.
Yeah.
But, okay, we've said it before. The season is a series of hurdles. We have cleared the next hurdle with Duke. Okay. Now it's on to Louisville. This is going to be a very interesting game. Now, Louisville is not Duke. Okay. Louisville's not Duke. The game's sold out. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. I get that. But this Duke team is special. Let's not take anything away from Duke. Everybody in our fan base that are those, the sky is falling, Freeman needs to be fired, just let's start over.
Okay. I was angry last night too, but I'm not going that route. You can be angry, but
let's give crap and Mike Elko some credit, as opposed to we should never have let Duke be in that game. Look what they did to Clemson. Okay, now I get the Clemson score doesn't really show what actually happened in that game. Okay, that game was closer than the score shows, and I get that. But going back to the Notre Dame portion of this, Duke is special. I feel like Duke is this year's Tulane. Okay, I feel like Duke is going to make a very good push, and I feel like Duke could have 1 to 2 losses at the end of this season going for an ACC championship in November. But we're on to Louisville now.
This is the next hurdle.
Different than Duke. Okay. Louisville's good. They're undefeated. I mean, football's volatile. And we've seen that it's not easy to get victories in this game. Okay. Georgia struggled against Auburn. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Everybody thought Georgia was going to roll Auburn. Okay. Southern Cal, everybody thought was going to roll Colorado, and it took everything Southern Cal had to beat Colorado yesterday. So it's hard to get victories in college football, and I'll give Louisville that. But they're not Duke. And it's Notre Dame. And I think this team is going to be fed up coming into this game. I don't know how you feel, Sean, but that's what I think.
Well, and also let's be clear against Duke. And I know people were saying last night when this video is probably going to be out Monday or Tuesday, but we're filming this on Sunday, so give us a break. But also we forget too that another big factor is we were without 3 key playmakers against Duke, three wide receivers, and Deion Colsey, Jaden Thomas, and why am I blanking? Who was the other one that was out? Jaden Thomas, Deion Colsey, and who was the third one? Oh, Greathouse. Jaden Greathouse. Duh. Freshman.
I was going to say Merriweather, but I'm like, no, Merriweather was in. Yeah.
But we were without 3 key players, and obviously that made a difference last night. But I'd like to think coming into next week, we should be completely healthy. At least I hope. I know we're going to be without, I think, Jordan Patello on the bullshit targeting call. But no, I'm feeling confident coming into Louisville. But it's just my problem is against Duke, and I said this in the post game last night. The one thing that irritated me last night is, we heard all week that this Notre Dame team was angry, they're pissed off, they're hungry. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So yes, we won, but I don't know if I would call the victory against Duke redemption. I mean, I'm not trying to be the sourpuss here and crap over a hard fought last minute victory.
Yeah,
because a win's a win, and the good teams find a way to win these close games. But I want to see this team get pissed against Louisville. I want to see that anger, that chip on their shoulder really come out in this one.
Yeah.
And get true redemption and try to beat them bad and not get into a shootout with them.
Yeah. Duke was a special game. Okay. And what I mean by that is the whole storyline. Mike Elko going against Notre Dame, Duke's currently undefeated. They beat Clemson. What is Duke? Who are they? What's their identity? This game had a lot of storylines in it, and obviously it was in Durham. College football was there. It had every...
Oh, let's not forget this. And I said this in the stream last night in the post game. Yet again, another time where Notre Dame is on the road and they have a story with one of the opposing players and show his mom in the stands.
Right. This had
that story.
Every storyline that leads to a upset, and a major upset at that, and a historical upset was this game last night, and Notre Dame avoided that. Thank God. Louisville's different. Okay, like I've said, Louisville's different. We're going to kill Louisville this coming weekend. You heard it here first. If that's a bold take, it's a bold take. Notre Dame is going to manhandle Louisville. I don't care it's sold out. I don't care if they're going to have a blackout or a whiteout or a red out or whatever the F that they do down in Louisville, okay, with their stupid train that goes by and wakes everybody up every godforsaken hour in that campus, okay? Notre Dame's going to kill Louisville. And there is no storyline in this. There is no Mike Elko. There is no specialness. Okay. There is the fact that Notre Dame is now 30 straight wins against ACC teams, going for 31. And there's an undefeated Louisville who has played who?
Well, in the regular season, we got to point that out for the ACC streak.
Right. Who have they played? Who has Louisville played?
I would say, in my opinion, their best opponent, probably NC State to this point.
And here's the thing. How did they look against NC State? Very, very sloppy. And what was the final score of the NC State game?
13-10.
Okay. This is an okay Louisville team. They're trending in the right direction. I will give them that. Okay. Louisville's trending in the right direction, and they're getting back to where they were with Lamar Jackson and Eddie Bridgewater. I'll give you that. But you're not there yet. And you haven't played anybody yet. You really haven't. Okay. Boston College, Indiana, Murray State, and Georgia Tech. Okay, Bowling Green just beat up on Georgia Tech last night. Bowling Green, a MAC school, put up 38 points on Georgia Tech.
Kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
So we're going to lose this game? Like, how can you think that Notre Dame is going to lose this game? I know that the play calling in Duke's game was atrocious. I get it. Okay, I get that. I know that we had that stupid 10 men on the field coming out of a timeout against Ohio State. I understand that. Okay. But I guarantee you that if we had 10 men and Louisville had 14 men, we would still beat them. I'm sorry, we would. Like, we would beat Louisville. And you're going to say that Notre Dame is going to lose this game. There is no possible way that Notre Dame is going to lose this game. I'm sorry, there's not.
That's a bold take, Ben, for sure. But I'm positive in this team, and I'm standing by him too. I'm very confident that they can.
But I'm tired of the whole like, oh well, Notre Dame has to go on the road, and Notre Dame has to go play an undefeated opponent. And you know how Notre Dame is in undefeated opponents in big games. They just choke and this and that. Well, Hartman didn't choke, and Estime ran it down Duke's fucking throat, and we won that game. Okay.
Well, how many times
more of the same against Louisville? I'm pissed off and tired of all these people saying that Notre Dame's this and Notre Dame's that.
Well, when it comes to the people in our own fan base that are saying that, is that who you're talking about specifically, or just anybody?
Them and all the haters, like everybody. It's not just Notre Dame fans. I mean, it's Ohio State fans, it's Michigan fans, it's everybody. Okay. We're beating Louisville, period.
People are going to be stupid. That's never going to.
Let's break this game down. Let's actually get to actual players as opposed to just me saying that we're going to beat Louisville's ass a million times over.
Well, first things first, we are seeing a familiar face, which is going to be for the third straight year, and that is quarterback Jack Plummer. Now, we saw him with Purdue, we saw him with Cal last year, and we're seeing him with Louisville this year.
Yeah, he just can't get enough of Notre Dame.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I mean, but he's their quarterback. Louisville puts up some points though. Louisville scores an average of 37 points a game. They're giving up 17. So, like I said, Louisville is trending in the right direction.
And historically, they're always known for being a fast team that puts up a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, look at Lamar Jackson and Teddy Bridgewater before.
Yeah, of course. Big part of that.
Rushing. I'm going to butcher this guy's name. I know I am.
Jawar Jordan.
I almost said Jafar. Jawar Jordan. 513 yards, 6 touchdowns. Not bad. He averages almost 8 yards carry, so that's nothing to scoff at. That's something that the defense has to key in on. But defense has got to be improved. Defense has to improve, offense has to improve. And then in the wide receiver core, their number one receiver is Jamari Thrash. What a last name. That is an awesome last name. Let me say that for a second. That is an awesome last name for a wide receiver or a running back. Jamari Thrash.
Or if you had the ER on there and it was Thrasher, that makes it even better than that.
444 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 20 yards a catch. That's not bad. And averaging almost 100 yards a game. So, this Louisville offense is pretty fast. But you know what? Notre Dame's defense is a little bit faster. So there's that. I don't know what your take is.
Well, let me just say that about our defense. Against Duke last night, you're not going to hear me complain about our defense against Duke. I mean, okay, the 2 touchdowns near the end. Well, you're going to get tired when your offense is going 3 and out and not doing anything for you for the longest time. But I thought they finally stepped up and improved. The missed tackles were down big time. They were getting pressure on Riley Leonard, which, by the way, it sounds like he's going to be okay. High ankle sprain. So wish nothing but the best for that kid, because it looked really bad at the end, that injury. But the defense stepped up big time. They kept us in that game last night. They stepped up big. Again, hardly saw any missed tackles. So I was very pleased with that. The coverage was great. Everyone was playing well on that defense, especially the defensive line too, who made some strides. But yeah, I mean, they can bring that same kind of mentality and that play against Louisville. We're going to be okay. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
they're going to be ready for the speed. They're going to be prepared for everything that Louisville throws at them. And plus, like I said, we've seen Jack Plummer twice already coming into this one.
We have lots of tape on Plummer.
Yes, exactly. We have a lot of tape on him. We know what he's capable of doing. So obviously he has some good parts around him. So I think, we just got to be prepared. I know it's a very simple take, but we've seen it before where you get the pressure on Jack Plummer, he's nothing.
Yeah.
You take away everything from him. Because I've noticed, we were in attendance for the Purdue game when we played against him in 2021, and our defense had the pressure on him all day. And once you get him rattled, that's when the mistakes come out.
Yep.
And we saw that quite a bit that day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. This isn't going to be the Cal game. This isn't going to be a game where he's going to have opportunities and chances and all that. This is a different Notre Dame squad. This is a more powerful and hungry Notre Dame squad from last year. It's going to be a rough day for Plummer.
And he is very turnover prone. He has thrown 6 picks already this year.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, we just got to be careful. I'm confident, but the penalties can't be there. The mistakes can't be there. We got to come into it.
Yeah,
rocking and rolling and ready to go.
That hurt us big time last night. The mental mistakes and the penalties. Yeah, that could have easily cost us against Duke last night. We've got to clean that up.
Yep.
So I don't know what else there is to say.
Nope, there isn't much else to say. We know what we need to do. We know who we have. We know what the stakes are. We're 10th coming into this game. It's a must win. So with that being said, score prediction time.
And I gotta say first, one thing first before we do that is it's hard to imagine it's already halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, can you believe that?
It's hard to fathom. But I guess I think it's my turn to take the reins this week and throw my prediction out first. Assuming that we're healthy and we have all our guys back on the receiving core, and then throwing in Jordan Patello being out for the first half of this game because of the targeting penalty, that sucks. But I don't think it should affect too much. I think this is a game where we finally get angry, but I'm not going to just throw away. I'm not going to just put Louisville in the same category as like a cupcake team because they're not. So my final score projection in this one, Notre Dame 38, Louisville 20.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Enough to redeem ourselves and bounce back.
When it comes to opponents on our schedule this year, Louisville is a cupcake team. Notre Dame wins 55-25 in this game. Louisville doesn't stand a freaking chance. I'm tired and fed up with it. Notre Dame's tired and fed up with it. Sam Hartman bounces back. He puts on a show, lights it up, 400 plus yards, 5 touchdowns. Let's get it rocking and rolling.
I want to see that. And of course, these are just predictions. What actually happens is a different story. And if that turns out to be the case, Ben, hey, I will gladly be wrong and I will take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
So with that said, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope.
All righty. Well, on that note, everyone, I'm Sean Moriarty.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish. Beat Louisville.